Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
What you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sugar John don't come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Another really interesting article appeared just this week in the Daily Telegraph in England. This is a press release that went out in advance of my speaking tour of the UK in October. It's by Tim Ross, and the headline is Richard Dawkins accused of cowardice for refusing to debate the existence of God. A war of words has broken out between the best-selling author of The God Delusion and his critics, who see his refusal to take on the American academic William Lane Craig as a glaring failure and a sign that he may be losing his nerve. Professor Craig is due to visit Britain in October this year. 4 invitations to take part in public debates were sent to Professor Dawkins from the British Humanist Association, the Cambridge Debating Union, the Oxford Christian Union, and Premier Radio. Professor Dawkins declined them all. Some of Professor Dawkins' contemporaries are not impressed. Dr. Daniel Kame, a philosophy lecturer and fellow atheist from Worcester College, Oxford, wrote to him, urging him to reconsider his refusal to debate the existence of God with Professor Craig. In a letter to Professor Dawkins, Dr. Kame said, "The absence of a debate with the foremost apologist for Christian theism is a glaring omission on your CV, and is, of course, apt to be interpreted as cowardice on your part. I notice that by contrast, you are happy to discuss theological matters with television and radio presenters and other intellectual heavyweights like Pastor Ted Haggard of the National Association of Evangelicals and Pastor Keenan Roberts of the Colorado Hell House." Professor Craig, however, remains willing to debate with Professor Dawkins. Quote, "I am keeping the opportunity open for him to change his mind and debate with me in the Sheldonian Theater in Oxford in October," he said. Professor Craig will be using his UK tour to analyze the God delusion and to present his own strong rational grounds for belief in God. His tour will include a London conference on the defense of Christianity and a debate in Manchester with the atheist Peter Atkins, professor of chemistry at Oxford University, on the existence of God. Well, you can imagine the provocation that this article represents to Richard Dawkins. I was somewhat amused at his comment about my relentless drive for self-promotion. Being accused of being self-promoting by Richard Dawkins is, as Sam Harris remarked, sort of like being accused of being having bad taste by Lady Gaga. The fact is that I haven't sought to have this debate with Dawkins. This has been set up by these independent groups, and this has been nothing that's been on my agenda. In fact, I've actually never set up any debate. It's always been simply a response to the invitation of groups on campus. But we'll see if this provokes Professor Dawkins into a debate. I'm rather skeptical that it will, but what they plan to do at the Sheldonian Theater in Oxford is set up the stage for a debate format with an empty table, an empty chair, where Dawkins will be given the opportunity to the last minute to show up and join in the debate. But if he doesn't, then I'll simply give a lecture criticizing his arguments in the God delusion against the existence of God.
Harold, are we on cuffs? Are we on cuffs? Are we on cuffs, Harold?
So, are you excited?
Oh, you bet. We're happier than the day Hanky got acquitted.